What do you think a Democrat politician would say if a man bashed a woman in the face and left her with a traumatic brain injury that caused a concussion, partial paralysis, and ended her career? Well, obviously, in that context, they're going to say it's horrible. You know, we need protections for women. Unless, of course, it was a transgender individual who is male who spiked a volleyball so hard it smashed a young girl's face, young 19-year-old woman, and severely injured her. I don't know if she was 19 at the time. She was in high school, so she probably wasn't. But I want to give a shout out to the Majority Report. Sam, you sure know how to choose them. Emma Vigeland of the Majority Report responds to a video of a high school teenager being smashed in the face by a man with ha 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 ha. Okay. I mean, guys, I'm here for this. Like, share this. Let everybody know. Because here's my pitch to you. And we'll go through the story. There's a bill to ban men from competing against women. Here's what I want you to do. You got a liberal aunt, right? Everyone's always saying, I got a family member. They won't listen. I know. It's going to be impossible, but let's have fun anyway, right? You're going to share this video. But first, you're going to say to them, I got a question for you. Like, if a man bashed a woman in the face and it caused a traumatic brain injury, like, what do you think we should do? Should we, like, we should arrest that guy, obviously. I mean, obviously, right? And they'll say, yes, of course. And you'll be like, okay, like, I mean, you know, what if like it was like a sporting event, you know, and the women were playing? Well, I don't know if the women chose to play against the man and they got injured. Yeah, that's fair. Fair point. If a woman chose to play like a co-ed game of, you know, basketball or volleyball, end up getting hurt, we're not going to blame the guy. That we don't send the guy to jail, right? Right. But we still feel bad if a woman got injured. Like, I got to be honest. If a woman was playing volleyball against women and got injured, we'd feel bad, right? Right. Okay. How would you feel if liberals and Democrats were laughing at the injuries of a woman who was bashed in the face by a male? I mean, that'd be kind of messed up, right? Well, I don't know. Well, here's the video. Here you go. Here's Emma Vigeland of the Majority Report. I want to say, with great appreciation to Sam Cedar, I want to thank you for hiring Emma, never correcting her wrongdoings. When she advocates for pornographic material to be sent to children, you never correct her. You let her do her thing. I respect it because it means the populist movement is going to win the midterms. And, you know, that's what I'm really concerned about. Donald Trump is doing such tremendous good that I voted for, that I'd like to see his legislative agenda continue. And it's a bit rough because you've only got, you know, 53 Senate seats? And you've got, we had 53 Senate seats? I think it's 53, right? 53. We got 218 in the House, and we have this is Senate. Come on. I think it's 53. I want to make sure I get it right. U.S. Senate Party Division. Wow, they have the first Congress listed at congress.gov. That's amazing. And they have the latest, which is 53. Okay, I was right, whatever. I'd like to see 60. Elon Musk says he thinks we can get there. I think so. And that's why I'm doing a segment where I'm highlighting Emma Vigeland of the Majority Report laughing at a traumatic brain injury that a young girl received because a man bashed her in the face. Now, I'm going to be the first to tell you, I said it over and over again. If women choose to play against men, that's their choice. I ain't playing this game, guys, right? I get these Democrats and these conservatives, everybody's fighting, and conservatives say, it's not fair, it's not fair. And I'm like, dude, stop. You made that choice. Don't get me wrong. Some people are like, they have no choice because they want to be in athletics, and if they don't do this, they get in trouble. No, that's not true. Let me pull up this story. Women refuse to run against trans male. This is a story that just broke. I had it pulled up the other day, but we didn't get it. Man, where is it? I don't have the story pulled up, but it was a handful. Oh wait, what's this? No, I don't know. There it is. Daily Wire's got it. You know, Daily Wire's on top of this stuff. Female competitors drop out of race against trans-identifying male at U.S. Open Championship. See, respect. I'm not happy this stuff's happening to these young women, but there is still, do you choose to do this? That being said, only for that reason, I would say we're not going to arrest the trans individual for spiking a volleyball. They're in a game. They're allowed to play. The rules say they can play. The women choose to join in and play. Choices were made here. That being said, I'm deeply concerned about Peyton. I hope she's okay. She's gotten a lot better. And it is sad. And I say for this reason, we changed the rules. We don't want males playing against females because females get hurt. So Emma, thank you for showing us what you guys represent. Because I try really hard every day to convince people. Like I was talking to a liberal friend of mine. It's your default libs, man. These are people who are not super political. They exist. Like, obviously, we have contractors, we have groundskeepers, we have delivery people, we have regular people who work here, who play video games. And we've got some people that come by and hang out, and they don't really pay attention to politics. And I'm trying to explain to them why, like, what's wrong. I mean, if people choose to play, because they'll get hurt. So if you want to do a co-ed game, I'm totally fine with it. So we got to have women's, co-ed, and men's. There's no problem there. And any trans player can play on the co-ed team. And if you want to do a women's team, it's a women's team. All right, that's just fine by me. In fact, why don't we do this? No men's team, none. You have the women's and the co-ed. You know why? Because the men will dominate the highest rankings of the co-ed. Women won't even compete. We don't need to worry about women invading the men's space because they're not going to reach that highest level. But I have a hard time explaining why I think Democrats are evil. And so Emma coming out and saying, ha, 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 ha. Here's the video. We'll play it for you. It's just a sporting event. Nothing too gruesome. Here's the individual in question. So this person right here, this is the biological male, reportedly, Spike. And there you can see Peyton, and she gets bashed so hard in the face that she was rushed out and brought to the emergency room where she suffered a concussion. Now, these things happen in sporting events. And I say each and every one of these females playing knew, presumably, I mean, they knew they were playing against a male. In fact, Peyton even said they brought in a freshman afterwards, and she was shaking. Let me see if the 2 years later, we have the story from the Daily Signal. After I got out, they'd put in a freshman setter, and she was shaking, like genuinely so scared. Stop. She said she was on the verge of tears, having to go in because, of course, they didn't take him out because he was the only reason they were winning any games. So for them, you see, their captain and senior on their team completely got knocked out, and they have to go in and finish the game. I feel so bad that they had to do that, but they refused to take him out. Ladies, simple. You just don't compete. There have been a number of female teams that have done the right thing, and I respect it. They have refused, and they've been given forfeitures. Do it. Do it. End this charade. Because if every single female athlete said, I refuse to play, I don't care if I win or lose, then this would be over. You'd have all of these teams with biological males on the women's team, and then they'd be like, we've played no games this season, we won a trophy. They'd be like, no, you didn't. It just did. It's just not a real thing. And the brackets and the tournament system would collapse. That's just plain and simple. You'd end up with really wonky stats that made no sense. You don't have to do what you don't want to do. And so, I reject this. Look, if it was my kid and she's playing sports, she's an itty bitty baby, but I don't know, 10 years. She's playing sports and they bring a boy out. I'll say, you're not playing. We're not doing this. It's not just about whether you can. It's not about whether they should. It's about we just say outright, we don't involve ourselves in these things. Let the system be what it wants to be, and we will make our own thing. So we can make our own sports division. We can say no to this. This young woman, she'd have a career if she said no to this. So I'm not trying to put the blame on her. I'm saying for that reason, I am not going to, you're not going to get me to blame a trans male because all the women decided they wanted to compete with that person. No sympathy. Sympathy for the injury, yes. I don't care. If she got spiked in the face by other female and it caused this injury and took her out of sporting, I'd feel bad for her. You get sympathy for that. What I don't give sympathy for is you chose to enter this arena. That being said, the bigger picture here is this is what we strive every day to explain why Democrats are evil, why they're evil people, right? So how about a teenage girl is critically injured? Well, I shouldn't say critically, I'm exaggerating. A teenage girl is injured substantially with a concussion and a traumatic brain injury that caused temporary partial paralysis. And the response on the left is ha, 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 ha. Well, all right. I can share this with a lot of people and I explain they're evil. There's no reason to laugh at this. We had a Democrat congressman just died. I feel sad. I feel bad. He was a Texas congressman. He passed away suddenly overnight. He was 70. Sad, man. I don't want anybody to die. I'm anti-death penalty. But these people are zealous cultists. They don't care about what's right. They don't care about empathy or compassion. They just care about whatever their side is. And they hate. They hate. That's it. This is hatred. Mocking the injuries of a young girl who did nothing to no one. You want to make fun of me? Go ahead and do it. You can call me all the names of crooked teeth, bald, whatever. Fine, make fun of me. But this chick was just minding her own business playing a game, and she got injured, and you're laughing at her. That's crazy. But so be it. That's the liberals for you. I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for hanging out, my friends. Timcast IRL is coming up next. Don't miss it. Smash the like button, share the show, and we'll see you all then.